Gotta warm up. Believe it or not, magicians actually warm up before they do the magic tricks. They have to warm up the arms, the wrists, the hands, you name it, the elbows, the shoulders, you know. I know you think that's stupid, I can do that. But here's what you do. You see, you have to warm it up so this way you can unwind to do the magic. And I'll show you what it looks like to unwind to do magic. You go like this, you grab the fingers, you place it down. If you're not impressed with that, I can do another one. Watch this one. Here's a good one. This is great. 1902 silver dollar given to me by my great-grandfather. He was 80 years old. He was a stripper. I said, Granddad, don't you think you ought to stop? He said, no, I'm going to stick it out one more year. Just seeing if you guys have a sense of humor. Move this out of the way. Here we go. Watch this. 1902 silver dollar. It's going to travel from hand to hand. Anytime I snap the fingers, you have to listen for the snap. If you don't hear the snap, it means it didn't happen. That's right. It goes from hand to hand like this. It's all at once or nothing. Watch, I will now make you vanish in thin air, out of existence, right here. It's gonna go. Watch this one. I'm joking, although you should have seen half your heads up. You guys were like this. Ladies and gentlemen, I will now try to do this in slow motion. That's right. I will make it as float from one hand to the other hand. The art of levitation right here at the Nugget Fringe Festival. The art of levitation. It's the finest form of prestidigitation. Prestidigitation being a long word for lonely guy. Watch this all the way up to the top. You know what's neat about that? I can do it in reverse. You guys don't care, do you? 15 years of practice. I'll give you one more. This is a good one. What would I rope myself into? This is a good one. I do this one for the kids. Now, I do a lot of Renaissance festivals and County Fest, things like that. And this is an all-time favorite because magicians don't do this anymore. So I'm gonna promise you that, not promise you, but I'm gonna show you this. This is an empty hat. In a moment, I will be making a rabbit, a Pier, out of the hat. Would you guys like to see that?
Yeah.
Sure. All right, so do I. I'm gonna use this table. I feel like this is the proper table to do this with, especially for you guys, because you guys look like an educated crowd. All right, except that one person back there. All right, here we go. Ready? Watch this empty hat making a rabbit appear from the hat. Shroud of mystery. Rabbit come out of the hat. Oh, look. It's a small hair. Alright, fine. I'm gonna make a stupid rabbit appear. I don't like that guy.
There you go.
Alright, give me a magic word, any word. Everybody.
Abracadabra.
Hocus pocus jocus. Alright, that's a good one. Oh, that gets better. Alright. Here's another fine one for you. I'll call this one the one-handed knot. It took me many hours to learn. The one-handed knot. I will teach you this one. The one-handed knot. What you do is you get yourself a handkerchief. You place it inside the hand. You clip it between the first and second finger at the top. You whip it around the back like this. You go through. You clip it through the middle and bring the middle up, making a one-handed knot to a thunderous applause. Which is way cooler than a two-handed knot. Yeah. You can tell by the round of applause that you guys would rather see this two-handed knot. knot. Watch the two-handed knot. It's like this. You take one, you go through, you go like this, you pull this one right through the center, thus making a two-handed knot. If you really like that, the rest of the show is going to be so easy. Oh, that's cute. What's that? What the hell was I? Oh yeah! Here we go. Oh, I got it. You're like, just hurry up and swallow something.
Oh. Yeah, I was worried about it.
These are dedicated to my late great grandmother. She was a hairstylist. She said in order to make it in the business, I had to be a cut above the rest. Okay, slice it. That was funny. I'm gonna keep taking a stab at these jokes until you guys start laughing. Here we go. And I had these made the world's largest set of thinning shears.
Ouch.
I know. Here it goes. Check it out. Swallowing the world's largest set of thinning shears for your entertainment pleasure. And I also point out that nobody said, no, stop, don't do it.
We're all sadists.
You sick bastards. Here we go. Ready? Watch this. A little scissor swallowing music. See that?
Yeah.
I know it's not much, but you can't do it.
Oh, way.
You know, you guys have been such a good audience. I'm gonna give you something special. I'm gonna give you a little bonus trick. Okay? I don't like doing bonus tricks. I work at Pier 39. I do street shows at the Pier 39 stage, pretty much weekly, and every week I get these massive crowds there, and I do this one bonus trick. But I always feel like it fails there. But for you guys, I feel like you guys can truly appreciate what you're about. All right. So here we go. And now I'm so happy we don't have kids here because this means I can get away with a lot more. I've got a good one for you guys because I got to pick this out for the audience. You always want to choose your weapons and your tools for the audience that you're in front of. And this is a good one.
Yeah.
What you're witnessing is the miracle of life. Okay, laugh.
It's the adult jokes, right?
Exactly. I'm sorry if there are kids here. I'm really sorry about that. Okay, here we go. Now, believe it or not, this is the hardest part of the show. I don't know how many of you have ever tried to blow one of these things up.
Yeah, it's really hard.
But you get like an aneurysm, don't you? It's like,
Your ears blow off.
It does. It does. It does. I learned this from my parents. They used to be acrobats, and then they got fat and turned into clowns. So I'm just joking. All right? I'm joking. I love them. Here we go. Check this out. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a 4-foot balloon. I'm a 3-foot Asian. You do the math. In a moment, this balloon is going to enter my mouth. It's going to go through my esophagus, past my stomach, through my intestines, and out the other end.
No way.
I'm joking.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen on stage here. Totally not. Although I got to tell you this story. The world record for sword swallowing is 25.5 inches. It's done by this lady out in New York City. She broke it. I think it was back in 2016, and I don't think anybody's broken it since. Wow. 25.5-inch sword. That's really long, right?
Yes.
And because of the Renaissance festivals and things that I do, I always think that I could try to outdo it, and I want to be a record holder one day. And so I grabbed this really long sword, and I'm sitting there, and I'm at this Renaissance festival, and I said the record popped up, and I'm like, man, I bet you I could do that. All right. So I got the sword out of the trunk of my car, pulled it out, had about 5 of my friends, and you gotta imagine too, I want to set the mood and the tone, is everybody's drinking at these things. Alright? So, alright, so I'm sitting there and I take the sword and I tip it back and I swallow it. Worst day of my entire life. That thing just came popping right out the other side.
No.
Although there is a silver lining. I did get a job out in the parking lot picking up trash going like this all the time. Look at that image in your head for the next hour or two. Now here's the thing, is I don't want to do this for a bunch of people that just look at me and go, oh wow, that's cool, my neighbor does that one. So, here we go, one last time, on go. Well, let's get ready to make some noise. Let's get everybody in the restaurant ready, set, go. Alright, I need a rhythm, so this is what's going to happen. Everybody do me a favor, hands all the way up. All the way up. Yeah, if you don't put them up, I swear to God, I'm just going to come out and touch you. Alright, all together now. I need a nice, steady, rhythmic hand clap. When the balloon hits my lips, you guys go nuts. Here we go. Ready? 1, 2,
Oh my God.
Oh boy.
Is he gonna explode?
it's going to come back. It is. I'm auditioning after this for the new mascot for the Squatty Potty. Have you ever seen that commercial? The little unicorn that says, "Hey, poops at the rainbow." Right?
No.
I figured out a way to do the same thing with the balloon. Ready? Check this out. This is exciting.
No.
No, don't touch that. Oh man, I suppose I should do something dangerous. I think we're at that point now in our lives where we've all connected and bonded together, I can safely say. The next part might actually suck. Here we go. Heather, can I borrow you for 1 second? I know you work with this. Everybody give this lady a nice round of applause. Stacy, nice to meet you. Stacy, do you see that big sword right in the middle? That's the one basket. Hey, I've swallowed I've swallowed a ton of things except for that sword. I need you to take that sword out. Okay? Just all the way out of the holster. Excellent. Yep. Okay, now don't wheel it around like you're some sort of knight. Just kind of keep it in the hand. Now, I'm gonna, hold on a second.
Yeah,
So
here, let me have a sip of that.
It's from yesterday's show, you don't want it.
Yeah.
Alright, look. Now, Stacey, because you're up here, I'm going to teach you a magic trick. This is my way of saying thank you.
You're welcome.
Alright, because you didn't have to help out, but you did.
Yeah.
I really do appreciate that. This right here is my world famous vanishing bottle trick. Okay? And you need 2 things. I'm going to teach you how to stomach. You need 2 things. You need a brown paper bag, and you also need a bottle. Okay? Alright? And this is what you do. You take the bottle, you hold it like this. Now, this fools most people in the audience. Okay? Alright? Most. Not saying all, but most. Alright? And you go like this. You give it a nice little wave. Give it a little bit of snap. And look. It's gone.
You're good.
I know. Well, I know. Look, I can even switch hands. Look, I'll even bring it back again. You guys look impressed, don't you?
Whoa. Okay. That.
Alright. Stacey, this is what I need you to do. Alright? For the first time in front of all these people, 6,000 people, I need you to check out my sword.
Happily.
Just don't touch the blade, it's going in my mouth, you sick freak.
Thank you for noticing.
Yeah, pretty solid, eh?
Pretty solid,
Okay,
I'd
good.
say.
Now here's the deal. In a moment, I'm going to be swallowing this sword, but I need your help. Okay? You see, I've got short little pudgy arms. In other words, I can't take it back out.
Okay.
So I need you to pull it out for me.
Oh.
All right? Can you do it?
Yeah.
That's great. Have you ever pulled out before?
Oh.
Don't answer that. Okay, look. Stacey, this is important. I've got some rules. The rules are important. Let me see the sword really quick. All right? Rule number 1, Stacey, when the sword's inside my mouth, no pushing. You'd be surprised how many people actually try to do that. Rule number 2, no choppy chop! Alright. And then last but not least, rule number 3, this is not your personal play toy, so none of this, okay? Now do me a favor, just turn, face me. Yep, scoot back just a little bit more on the trap door. Put your right leg back. Stay right there, don't move. I'm going to talk to the audience really quick and then we're going to do a dry run so that way you know exactly what's going on and we don't mess this up.
Yeah.
Audience, listen up. Here's what's about to happen. I'm going to take the sword, place it inside my mouth, hold on to it with the back of my tongue. I'm going to let go with both hands, at which point the sword will be suspended there for about 2 to 3 seconds. I'm then going to relax my entire gag reflex. The sword's going to slip down on its own, nudge my heart over, go behind my lungs and into my stomach. Now here comes the hard part. I'm actually going to double my stomach in half. Lean over and look at the audience. That's right. I'm going to turn to my left in case you guys want to get a great picture, okay? I'm going to turn to my right in case you still want to get a great picture. Stacey, your job is simple. You're going to grab the black part of the handle. Grab it. And this is exactly what it's going to feel like when you pull it out. Ready, set, pull. Okay, do you see how slow you're going? Yeah, that's going to piss me off. Look, we need to go faster. and let me show you what I mean by fast. Fast looks like this. Zip.
Okay.
Okay, but not like you're a freaking ninja. Just zip. Okay,
Yeah.
let's try it again. Ready?
Okay.
Get set and pull. Perfect. Now wait, 2 things. Whoa. 2 things are about to happen. The second you pull it out, I'm going to throw my fist in the air because I'm still alive. You're going to raise the sword all the way up because you
Okay.
didn't kill me. Do it right now. All right? And I want you to, now when you pull it out, I want you to be excited.
Okay.
All right? I mean, over the top excited.
Okay.
All right? So show them how excited you'll be. Show them.
Woo!
That was great.
Okay.
Now we're going to try it one time on the count of 3. I'm going to lift up, you're going to lift up, they're going to go buck wild, okay?
Okay, buck
All right? And you get to judge them on a scale of 1 to 10 because you're the one doing this. Not 10.
Fantastic.
All right, guys, this is it on 3. Let's make it loud, let's make it proud. I lift up, she lifts up, you guys go crazy. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go! Stacey, on a scale of 1 to 10, what would you give that?
7.5. Yeah, I want it more.
You want more? Okay, guys, you gotta get your hands out of your pockets. See, if you take a clap, you're gonna
Yeah.
hurt yourself. Okay. Everyone, ready? One more time, on 3. 1, 2, 3, go! That was good. That was great. All right, let me see it. All right, here we go. Let's do this. Now, in a moment, I'm gonna get some sword swallowing music, really quick, and then we're gonna do this. Here we go. I love being a trained professional and working out on the streets. This is great. Here we go. This sword swallowing music. Get ready. Now, when the sword reaches right here inside my mouth, I expect you guys to go absolutely nuts. Do not let it down. Getting ready. Hup. on over here, take my hand. When we bow, they're all gonna clap cheer just for you. We are cruising it. How much time do I have left?
10 minutes, 15.
Okay, we're good then. We are cruising to the last part of the show, and this is the part where I thank people for coming out. Thank you for supporting me. This is, believe it or not, this was my first Fringe experience.
Wow.
Like I said earlier, I mostly do Renaissance festivals, county estate fairs, things like that, and so for me to step out of those elements and to come here and do this type of thing with you guys is truly special because I don't normally do this. So there's some people I want to thank. I want to thank my mentor. His name was Johnny Fox. He was out of Connecticut. He just recently passed. He's a sword swallower, and he taught me everything that I know about sword swallowing. But there's somebody else that was really special to me, and they taught me more about life than anybody else on this planet. Is my mom, and she was an amazing soul. I'm going to tell you a little bit of a story about that in just a moment, but before I do, ma'am, can I borrow you for a moment? You have such a kind face. I'm gonna bring you up. Okay? Come on over here. What's your name? Kate. Kate, nice to meet you. Kate, I'm gonna just set this down over here. I'm gonna give you a seat right here. All right, have a seat for me, will you? Kate, I want to thank you for coming up. I'm going to tell you a story about my life. I got to let you know now, it does have a happy ending. Okay? It has a happy ending. The first part may sound a little bit rough, but it is very happy. Okay? I was 9 years old when I met my mother. She adopted me. I was adopted when I was tiny. And I remember the adoption process, and I remember everything that transpired that day. And up until that point, I jumped from a foster home to foster home, and I was very quiet because I was mute. Matter of fact, I didn't talk when they first brought me into their family. And my mom had this really, really kind face, like you do, and this way of bringing about laughter and cheer to people that I had never seen before. And one day, she brings me into the kitchen, and she sits me down at a table, kind of like we are now, across from each other. And she goes, Linx, you've been living with us for about 2 weeks now, and you haven't said a word. And she goes, I would like to break you of that. So I'm going to show you something truly magical, something truly special. And she takes out this little red handkerchief, and she holds it in front of her. She places it in the other hand, and it disappears. My head just exploded. I had no idea what happened, you know? And she looked at me and she goes, did you know that I, back in the 60s and 70s, was the first female magician in France? Street performing magician. And I had no idea. I didn't even know what it was. Up until that point, I didn't even know what magic was. So she reaches under the table and she pulls out this little red box. And she places it on the center of the table. And she says to me, Linx, there are many wondrous things inside this box. Things that will let your imagination fly if you just allow it. And she goes, if you have any questions whatsoever, any at all, come ask me. And that was her way of getting me to open up, and I will help you through it. So I grabbed the box, ran to my bedroom, and I opened it up, and I found a whole other world in there. I found linking rings, like I did in the beginning of the show. I found cups and balls. I found coin tricks. But there was one thing inside this box that most magicians to this day use, and I yet to use them. And I do it because I feel like magic doesn't come from me as the entertainer. The magic comes from you as the spectator. So, with that being said, today, I have brought a little red box. Now this is not the box from home, okay? This is, that one I left it. This is your box, all right? It's very special. There are 2 items in this box. One, which you will be able to see, and one that you won't be able to see, all right? Now I'm going to open it up. I'm going to take out the one item, but you will not be able to see the other item. A deck of cards. What you're going to do is simple. In a moment, you're going to open up the deck of cards. You're going to keep them face down inside your hand. You're just going to hold on to them. And then I will ask you to turn them face up, one by one, on top of each other, in a rapid succession. And I want you to stop wherever you like, wherever you feel like you need to stop. Do not let me influence you in any way, shape, or form. Do not let them influence you, but you are going to do it yourself. All right? So go ahead, open up the box. Yep. Take them out, hold them face down. Yep. And then, yeah, just go ahead and start. That's perfect. Are you sure that's where you want to stop? You can keep going. You're happy with that, right? With this card, you want to stop there? All right. Put those down for me. Now, as I told you earlier, they don't know what the card is. They can't see it, so we're going to leave it that way, okay? But you know what it is, right? And inside here, like I said, there is, you can hear it, something extra for you. I want you to go ahead, take it out. Don't open it just yet, but just take it out. Is there anything else in there? Just making sure. No, that's it. That's okay. Now, you could have stopped it anywhere. I didn't influence you, they didn't influence you. This is all purely you. For the first time, I want you to open up the letter, read it out loud so the audience can hear.
As my mother did, sharing the joy of magic, I now share it with you. The card you chose was the 10 of clubs.
Go ahead and show that. Thank you so much for helping me out.
Bravo.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, my name is Linx. I'd like to say thank you for coming to this show. I want to leave you with one last message, and this is very important to me. I have literally performed all over the world, and it doesn't matter what size the stage is. It doesn't matter how big the audience is. I come away with one thing, and that's being able to live my dream, to make the world smile. So when you leave here today, whatever you do, support these theater shows. Go see some of the theater works, because believe me, I've been to a couple of them. I went to Big Mentally. I went to the Fringe Factor game show. Mary Brave Eyes. And those are just some of the ones that I went to. There's so many more to go see, and I truly think that live theater is something that everybody should support, because it is kind of a little bit of a dying art. But this is my heart going out to you, saying, live your dream, follow your dream, and that was my show.